Okay, so I just want to briefly start by saying I'm going to read the poem I did with Pretty Cool Poetry Thing. So this poem was sort of born out of the fact that I was taking this PhD seminar about everyday poetics. Shout out to Sarah Skrull in the room who was in that class with me. And she could tell you it was just like the biggest slog, and it was about the theory of the everyday combined with poetry. And like I was just by the end of it like so sick of reading about the everyday lives of men in poetry. Like there's just no women on the syllabus at all. It was just awful. And so I came to Dan with this idea and of like sort of building this like everyday like calendar that grows and grows every day. And this is sort of what came out of it. And I just want to also say that like this poem is truly a collaboration, because like it would not have been made without Dan. And so much of what you see in it are choices that Dan made and like presented to me. And I just think that like it was so much fun working together. And I was so sad when we stopped, because I just like love talking to Dan every day. And if anybody gets the chance to work with Dan, definitely do it. And thank you so much again, Dan, for like doing this and working with me on it. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go through all 15 days, but I swear I read fast and I'm going to read fast. Okay. Okay, can you see it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is called New Theories of the Everyday. I wake, I love, I poetry, I watch, I run, I eat, I hydrate, I cry, I look, I leave. Everyday life, story, will to carve, life extending from a wide range, puzzling of current social classes, ideas it can serve to reinforce, concept like everyday thinking, feminism a necessary precondition, important factor in nature, reference points in the background, points they glow, time is synonymous with. Grinning face, intercourse become noisy, nauseated face, coitus interruptus, dizzy face, sexual activity, frowning face with open mouth, studies that partying hat, typically without weary face, the involving skull, the latter goblin, insertion of this woman, thrusting of dopamine leg, Latin word, anatomical heart into her will, persevering face, sexual partners have flush face, pleasure and reproduction to issues, cold face, both temporary, confounded face, this is involuntary, anxious face with sweat, intercourse has become woman artist, intercourse outside of princess, anal or digital, woman with veil, penetration, no significance, woman zombie, oral or no, woman getting massage, penetration is commonly woman standing, mouth and a face in clouds, oral sex, other speaking head, penetration might be a kiss, fingering or sexual, woman in steamy room, sexual addiction to, woman dancing, penetration is not rolling on the floor, laughing, fingers or sexual, face with tongue, penetration or coitus, zipper mouth face, especially a divorce, unamused face, strap on differences, hot face, these crimes, sleepy face, these areas, lion face, inactivities but in astonished face, involve physical attractiveness, sad but relieved face, physical intimacy and breastfeeding, intimacy between penetration, woman supervillain, between states and woman running, more closely matched, couple with heart, individuals who died, bust in silhouette, usually practice less, woman's clothes used to engage, safety vest, among singles that, people hugging, humans the heart, raised back of hand, solely for annulment, love you gesture, physical intimacy and robot, emotional bond and angry face with horns, pleasure this form, yawning face, contribute to stimulate, face with symbols on mouth, human right in disguise face, bonding in various pensive face. There were estimated woman kneeling, different words such family, views or recommendations, footprints, what happens inside dress, constitutes sexual encounters, yarn, sexual function, orgasm, thread, intercourse, which regulate, woman shrugging, other regulations, or woman bowing, sexual behavior, adultery, woman face palming, activities such marriages, woman gesturing, okay, which includes restrictions, old woman, impact, charging, and bone, sexual orientation should, selfie, healthcare, and thumbs up, although there are thumbs down, sexual dissatisfaction due, smiling face with horns, intercourse, many couples face with steam from nose, particularly if exploding head, variant coitus or drooling face, coitus interrupts their necktie, generally means the woman's boot, denotes penetrative oral drop of blood, penetration, no actual face with spiral eyes, creating offspring it, face exhaling, offspring it harm, clutch bag, also largely based, neutral face, commonly one freedom, worried face, there is just so much danger. Day 3 is the same poem, but with the emojis, so I won't read that. 4. Hello, how are you, winter? Theory of a space to be defined, malleable system, goodbye, and defined space A. 5. What future for textiles? What future for fragmentary imperatives? What future for repetition? What future for us? What future for exploration? What future for holsters? What future for virus? What future for poetry? What future for poets? What future for transcendental reflection? What future for sex? What future for empirical deduction? What future for origins? What future for cold? What future for love? What future for depravity? What future? Day 6, a means without end, the art of creative thinking, static noise, visual registers. The problem with seers, they are a lot like poets. Day 7, a woman walks into a room, she sees a window, she sees what she sees, violence in a winter evening. Raise your hand if you are exhausted to the point where snow looks like snow and you don't even carry pepper spray on walks at night anymore. Who cares? Take my bones and watch me socially, capitally, metaphorically, no guts in as each moment lessens the body a little. Day 8, coarse gender hierarchy is time, conversely, the aforementioned realms of ideology. 2, to endow it contains epiphonic moments. 3, studies by pretending that most parts of practical knowledge is problematic. 4, everyday science war. 5, affairs of routinization may not afford any automatic life. 6, wow, the sunset is amazing tonight, like a fucked up palette. 7, reverential respect and women and the self-undermining multiplicity of our description. 8, take this as a sign of permanent flux and habit. Day 9, shuffle self-portrait as genetic changes, ionizing, it smells of sulfur, a joint, clicks radiation, what tried to kill you before may very well be what kills you now, molding your body into clay, tethered to the contagious, a blur against the backdrop. When friction finally drags you to turn around, repeat, skimming erotic, captivated yet longing sense of measure more, words not able to be verbalized, beats of substance, left me sad and cold, cathartic, left me sad and cold and without song. Day 10, I fear I am lost in translation, as though a ghost resides, quantitatively searching for a way to move beyond the skeletal. Women cross themselves, heaving, relying on each other to create perfection, arms outstretched, feel a break coming on, it's not good, the shoving, my lying form, tell me what you're after, the self in Freudian territory, I can't feel my life in my throat anymore. Day 11, get out of my way for God's sake. I mutated into this. Women are sobbing. The walls like you agedly cave, slightly at the middle, unable to control themselves. Memoir dance, blood rubbed together, sworn, swooning kinship. You bear a resemblance to someone of beautiful bones, immaculate, from finger to brainstem. Plant your feet, cringe and hold yourself at arm's length. I remember when I was this glossy, limbs intertwined, transparent, we shift from one side to the other. I have outdone myself with this poem, this gorgeous painting of me. It's just me looking more me than ever, staring at myself within the frame of all the people I know you, I can understand a monstrosity. Day 12, so I have come to spill blood, to hold a head in my hand. Where in the DNA does the vision lie? You beckon to me, you welcome me. Gently I push, breathing the fills, the walls, and the quiet that will follow. My perception of what is double, framing cracks of my light. If you were sitting in an audience, imagining me, is this what you'd see? Prisms cast about the body. Day 13, bite, 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 bite. Day 14, sonnet. Strange, I think, metaphor has no value apart from its function. What is a mirror made out of? Smoking and tobacco, diet and physical activity, sun and other types of radiation, viruses and other forms of infection. My heart is offbeat, flames engulf my chest. I have shed it all. Something about heartbreak, about humans, about the void. The only thing you have that nobody else has is yourself. Like a fucked up sonnet twist, you can leave this behind. And day 15, Purple until you are red, red until you are blue, woman growing into nothing. I live through my hips and my hair, but looking in a mirror, I see nothing. Challenging what has been passed down, blown up, keep waiting for the light to shriek, black out the sun, block its rays, the decaying of uranium, the smell of sun and battery acid, all in the name of inevitable violence. This side to be buried in radioactive mud. I reciprocate, I reciprocate. If you were me, then who is within our eyes? What else is left to a woman but everyday life, the realm of the insignificant, invisible yet indispensable, and then a soft stretching beam of light. This offering is not good enough, is not good enough for it to work, for it to work. What you are willing to give, what you are willing to give must never grow back, must never grow back. Thanks.